know that 1 in 12 men wander around colorblind? That's right. While these guys are out there hoping to never be in a situation where they need to cut the green but not the orange wire, only 1 out of 200 women share this Technicolor challenge.
Think about that. That's just dumb.
Now, as illuminating, see what I did there, as this fact is, it also sheds some serious light on why so many of your custom tactical Cerakote jobs look like they were done in the dark by a toddler with the Crayola obsession while sucking on their 4th ring pop. Today on Tundra Tactical, we're going down the rabbit hole of firearms fashion faux pas and what your gun color might say about you. So go ahead, adjust your hue, check your contrast, and let's start the show. Flat dark earth, or tactical peanut butter as we fondly call it, because why get a gun that can actually blend in with your mossy green surroundings when you can slap on the most generic special color and feel tactical? No plain Jane black rifle for you, no sirree. You get bricked up at seeing the offspring of the time olive drab and beige got drunk at the company Christmas party. Let's just cut to the chase, shall we? FDE is the color equivalent of throwing on aviators and a leather jacket and hoping to be Tom Cruise, only to realize that you're the extra in scene 37 who you can kinda see if you squint real hard. Son of a... You're not standing out, you're standing in a line, a very long, very bland line of fellows. With FDE being on every gun and accessory ever sold, it's about as unique as a snowflake in Aspen. And let's not overlook the suburban commandos decking out their arsenals in FDE, thinking it's the hot new trend while living in areas that are greener than Hulk on a bad day. Congratulations, you've managed to take a practical desert color and turn it into the pumpkin spice latte of gun Cerakotes. It's everywhere. It's somehow both overhyped and underwhelming, and worst of all, everybody thinks they're the first person to discover it. Finally, consider your life choices have led you to a place where you are paying a premium for beige.
I'm broke, man. My life sucks. I understand that. You're making it worse.
Hey, you've got a Glock that's been pimped out in Deadpool red, huh? Congratulations, you've successfully turned a self-defense tool into a cosplayer's fantasy toy. Now you're the tool, and the gun, well, it's embarrassed to go outside and play with its friends. Honestly, sporting a Deadpool red Glock says you're less likely to know the difference between a tactical reload and a chimichanga. You firmly believe that you're able to come up with clever one-liners before dispatching an assailant, when in reality, the only one-liner will be brown and in your shorts.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
You got a holster from some guy in California because you bought him enough beer that he added a custom hot sauce sidecar to the holster just for you. You can't afford a Deadpool costume, but no worries. You just plan on letting yourself get very badly sunburnt the day before heading to Comic-Con to go cosplay. With skin the color of overcooked bacon and a body that would be generously judged as a Minnesota 6, we're all sure that all of your Hollywood fantasies will come true. Ah yes, we have lime green, which is the color for those wanting to stand out at the range, but for all the wrong reasons. Showing off your lime green rifle is like bragging about winning a participation trophy at a thumb wrestling competition. Nobody's impressed, and everybody's just a little embarrassed for you. You thought a lime green zombie slaying AR-15 was the coolest thing ever after seeing it on a Reddit post from 2003. You ran out and got yourself the cheapest no-name AR that you could find. I mean, the only thing that was cheaper was the rattle can that you used to murder its appearance. This color has made your rifle so hideous that your dad is wondering if he can get a retroactive vasectomy.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
You should be questioning all your life choices, but the glare off your rifle makes your head hurt, and thinking was never your strong suit. I guess enjoy your tactical zombie slayer, nerd. It's neon, it's hideous, and it's about as relevant as the last season of The Walking Dead. Everybody's heard of it, but nobody's paying attention. Hey, if you want something that is worth paying attention to, then you should check out CMMG and the brand new Mark 47 Descent, available in 16 and now 12.5-inch variants. Combined with the zeroed muzzle devices that come standard, this is truly the next step of innovation for fans of the 7.62x39 cartridge. Hey, if that's not your style, CMMG has something for everybody, from standard ARs to 22 conversion kits, heck, even the 5.7 Banshee. CMMG has all your needs for quality guns to fit any role, so go click the link in the description, get yourself an upgrade today, and don't forget to tell them Tundra sent you. Next up, we've got pink. It's the go-to color for gun manufacturers trying to get women on the trigger by treating them like they're selecting a nail polish color instead of a tool for self-defense. Because nothing screams female empowerment like a gun that looks like it was dipped into Pepto-Bismol by an executive who probably thinks that women's suffrage is a new R&B group. I can picture the boardroom conversation right now. Ladies love pink, right? So why don't we just make the gun pink? It worked for Barbie. They were totally ignoring the whole make it functional aspect, because who needs ergonomics when you've got aesthetics? This guy's the kind of genius who thinks you could shatter the glass ceiling by installing urinals in the woman's restroom.
Stop it. Get some help.
Imagine this Picasso of pigmentation trying to peddle his pink paraphernalia, try saying that 10 times fast, convinced he's the Andy Warhol of the armory world. You've heard of pop art, right? Well, this is Papa Cap, he says, unveiling a line of sights and scopes that sparkle brighter than a sexually ambiguous vampire in the sunlight. Hashtag Team Edward. No wonder his wife booked another session with her hot yoga instructor, Darren. Ah, the nickel-plated firearm, shining like the beacon of overcompensation it truly is. What, were the basic black models not flashy enough for you? There you are, decked out in a Canadian tuxedo, dreaming of a time when Mel Gibson was not a walking PR nightmare, and a six-pack referred to your abs, not your breakfast. Let's face it, if your gun is nickel-plated, you're the type of guy who thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and that mullets are due for a comeback any day now. Brandishing that nickel-plated anachronism, you stick out like a sore thumb. If that thumb had just hopped out of a DeLorean draped in a shroud of discount brand cologne and the distinctive pong of crushed self-esteem. It's clear you fancy yourself as the rebellious maverick of the Bass Pro Shoe department, and Jeff, your illustrious manager, just doesn't understand that you're the kind of man who plays by his own set of rules, and you'll display this season's footwear however you darn well please. Geez, Jeff, get a clue. I'm confused. I used to say get a clue. Are the kids still saying get a clue? What are they saying these days? Riz? Does Jeff have Riz? I don't know what they're saying. Does Jeff have Riz? Oh, and the denim. Woo, Lord, the denim. You are just one rhinestone away, my friend, from morphing into a full-blown country music tragedy. It's high time you fired up the DeLorean and roared back to a time when your taste wasn't a crime against fashion, and for that matter, humanity itself.
Nobody likes you.
Well, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for the thrill ride of a lifetime as we dive into the sheer excitement of the basic black gun guy. Wow, even this title is about as dull as a 90s PowerPoint presentation. This chap's so painfully beige, he makes an IRS auditor look like David Bowie at a Mardi Gras orgy. His firearm is basic black because the most daring thing he's done in the past decade is switch from semi-skim to whole milk. This guy adheres strictly to the rules, but he wouldn't dare tilt his airplane seat back for fear of creasing somebody's complimentary Sky Mall magazine. What a maverick. Our unsalted, dry-roasted hero is the gold standard of the gosh dang mundane. When it comes to a cookout, he'd douse a delicious hot dog in nothing other than ketchup and boil it until it's sweaty, pallid, and as lifeless as his sex life. In his world, seasoning is a dirty word and spice refers exclusively to the girl band of his wonder years. Basic black guy, you are the living, breathing embodiment of a yawn. Yeah, every time. Well, here we are at the intersection of questionable life choices and really bad taste with a noticeable from space tiger stripe black and orange firearm. Meet our local hero who's been draped in Bengals NFL merchandise for so long, it's starting to look like his natural skin. This guy's outlook on his favorite team has more misplaced optimism than a flat earther at a SpaceX launch. While most of us went to school to learn something useful, this tool meandered off to Ric Flair's School for Fashion Victims. We've all seen bathrobes with more aesthetic appeal. I mean, even Elton John would say, dial it back a bit, lad. Our favorite black and orange tiger striper, powered by a steady diet of creatine snorts and overused gym catchphrases, is allergic to the concept of subtlety. His mantra, more weights, more dates, bro, is only outmatched by the number of restraining orders pinned onto his gym locker. Welcome to the gun safari, bud, where the wildlife reflects the past in the most horrifying way. Now meet this punchline of a woodsman clutching a rifle that looks like a regrettable project from the world's saddest episode of Bob Vila's Home Again. He totes a rifle that appears to be furnished with a reclaimed picnic table. Bob Vila's Home Again. What a 90s classic. Got Woody cackles attempting to get a laugh from a joke that died a slow, painful death back in the 90s. He is obsessed with wooden aesthetic. He even gave a finger sacrifice to the shop gods. Freudian slip on the bandsaw got you a souvenir, huh, Woody? His love for lacquer fumes could get him a spot on My Strange Addiction, except even they would kinda say he's a little bit too bizarre for mainstream voyeurism. He claims it's his ticket to a spirit quest, but the only spirit I see are his ancestors in the great beyond pretending not to know him. Don't even whisper plastics or polymers near this Douglas fir devotee. He believes Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hails from the polymer aisles. Polymer is actually a material your rifle could use to lose about 10 pounds. There is no such place as Polymernesia, you mashup of sawdust and failure. Hey, would you look at that? It's Midas Light over there brandishing his gold-colored but definitely not gold-plated pistol. This guy is the very definition of baller on a budget, convinced he's living the no-limit soldier life, when in reality, he's really a credit limit LARPer. He's more about the spectacle than a circus ringmaster, as he sports a piece in a shoulder holster. I guarantee the most dangerous thing he's ever shot is a rubber band, but that doesn't stop him from strutting around like he's James Bond on Groupon. His biggest aspiration is to own Denton County's premier pole dancing emporium, and bless his heart, he's nearly there. If you consider managing the greasy pole at Mama's Muffins a booming business venture, that is. Did I mention he's a mama's boy? Because nothing screams high-flying lifestyle quite like watching your mom take the stage every Saturday night. When you spot that gleaming replica of success holstered to his side, know that you're gazing on a masterpiece of delusion, veering between the glamour of gangster rap videos and the reality of reheated casserole on the kitchen table. Keep your eye on this wannabe Mr. T, folks, because he's aiming to be top of the middle. Stand back and behold the marvel that is this Pearl Harbor reenactor at a cosplay convention. This guy decided to doll up his firearm to look like a World War II fighter plane because, well, who needs modernity when you can reminisce about dogfights in ration cards? With a love for obsolete technology rivaling only his love for Wikipedia war trivia, he's slathered every inch of his beloved boomstick in a whirlwind palette of drab greens and shark's teeth. This is the kind of guy who thinks it's endearing to use terms like Foo Fighter in casual conversation and describes his dating life as going kamikaze. Spoiler alert, buddy, both are flaming disasters.
All right, I'm gonna go cry.
Beware, cross paths with this nostalgic lunatic and you're in for a tedious diatribe about the flexography of the P47. Oh, how we miss the good old days when guns looked like guns and not underwhelmed art projects by history buffs with too much free time. Take cover, folks, we're going back in time, and it doesn't look pretty. Ironically, he doesn't even own a 1911. Subscribe.